I mean, we all have our moments of being funny. Just some of us pull it off more than others.
We really know by looking back at the quotes and seeing who said the most ridiculous things.
Mhm.
You'll know you succeeded, Braxton, in this group if you make the quote board.
Okay.
Saved you all the sound of a chocolate orange being smashed.
Thank you.
Nice. Hold on. I gotta...
That's a common sense. It's a good sense.
That was a good snack. Look at that.
Put the perfect snack on that.
Oh, speaking of other funny things, so the other day I got a notification from TikTok that Jesus Christ liked my salt video. I was like, oh, all right. Knew Jesus was a fan of science.
I think he would be. Yeah.
I mean, he created the world, he created the rules. We're just discovering the rules.
I always thought it would be fun to do a one shot where everyone was given a blank sheet of paper, and as they're going through the game, they're figuring out like what race their character is, what kind of what class they are, like where their ability checks lie, things like that, just based on how things go.
I do that when I run games, but it's mostly because I discovered that people didn't fill the sheets out correctly.
I've actually been making a
Like, so wait,
dungeon
is that
based
your-
around
is
that
that one your
idea.
skills? I don't know. I don't have these skills bars. What do you mean have these skills bars? That happened an hour ago. Okay, 2 hours ago. But
All right, we ready to get started?
Yes.
Done.
All right, let's recap because it's been 2 weeks.
Last time with the Whims of Fate, we finally arrived at Tintagel, where we were greeted by a crowd of people. Amongst the crowd was Fedor, the son of Duke Golois. And he was outrunning his nurse?
Yeah,
Minder.
basically.
We were permitted stay at the castle, where we were greeted by Lady Igraine, who greeted us in our own fashion. I believe it was a hug to Brina, a handshake to Ide, a kiss on the cheek for Erden, a who the hell are you to Cobalt, and Lady Tong, the Tong. Amongst these greetings, Cobalt might be getting employed. I think the first out of the party to get employment anywhere. If you don't already encounter the woman who has been employed for 100 years.
We were talking to be employed in Atlantis, and they hired us to solve a murder mystery.
I mean, Adea definitely has a profession, although she's not good about remembering to ask for her paycheck.
Basically created Roth, or your dad's friend that used to work at
Ralph.
Ralph.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sitting here like, as soon as I said the name, I'm like, that's not
I
right.
mean, technically, Amber is employed by the Duke.
Technically, he's a bit of an NPC.
Let's see. We get to breakfast. Brina is introduced to bacon. The Europeans have no concept of spicy. And while Gorlois catches up with his wife, and while Brina and Idea distract the two toddlers,
Inadvertently distracted the toddlers.
Irrelevant.
Will talks with Tong and Erden about magical defenses and the upcoming battle. To which the concept of radiation was brought up, and the idea of the four horsemen of the apocalypse was put forward again. And Tooth revealing that he actually did something while we were at the Library of Alexandria.
Other than get tossed in their prison.
Acquired some material components and cast Insect Plague. Way too close
Yeah.
for comfort. To which Tong, off screen, countered it either by using the spell counter spell or by slapping him on the backside of the head.
Maybe both.
And basically said, yeah, we're going to have to teach you magic. And yeah, this week with the Whims of Fate.
Imagine Tooth getting lectured.
I just imagine him laughing at who's ever lecturing him. Or pulling lunch out of his bag and telling him to go be a lawyer for him.
Could be either. Okay.
First, go litigate.
Um. So outside, so after breakfast, is there anything that anybody wants to do as they're getting settled in or anything like that?
I have two things. Number one, I want to confiscate the book.
Want to confiscate the book? Okay. Yeah, I gotta grab it from him.
That book is dangerous in the hands of someone that does not know what they're doing. Hand it to me for safekeeping. You will get it back when you need it.
Are you trying to do a diplomacy?
I mean, it's on par with anything else that I try to do, except strength.
Persuasion. Oh.
Nope. Unless Tooth happens to roll really badly, I think he's keeping the book.
What'd you get?
Persuasion, 4.
Oh, no, he got an 11. So he's like, I don't think so. I got a nice bag right here. He shoves it in.
Alright, since I don't want to take too much time, the next thing I want to do is either at some point when Tong is near Brina, Tong is going to look at her and pull out her spell book, and anyone nearby will hear her do a quick chant as she, with her left hand, draws a circle on her spell book, does a grabbing motion, and basically does this with her hands, moving her hand across her face as she technically ritual cast detect magic, but uses her class feature to not take up the extra 10 minutes.
Okay. Were you trying to wanting to detect magic?
Well, yeah. So the objective is to see why Brina is still abnormally tall.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
Uh,
so for the duration, 10 minutes, you can
mhm.
sense the project of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense
Yeah.
magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Making sure I don't have it
Okay, so you do get an
for me.
detect magic on her. It's on her flute.
Hmm.
There's nothing on her personally. Like her body is not magical. But the flute
I
is. You know
noticed
that the
Tom doing this.
She wasn't being secretive about it.
My craft is an 11, but I can roll if necessary.
your what is 11?
My passive.
Oh yeah, no, you know she's casting some sort of spell. I will say when it comes to spell casting, just for some like flavor text, most of the time you're going to cast spells in your native tongue. Because you're faster at getting through spells that way.
Yep.
I'm not doing anything stupid where it has to be in Latin or something. That's so dumb. So you know she's casting a spell. You don't understand what she's saying. The same, and again with the flavor text, her hand motions may be different than hand motions you would use for the same spell.
Dong,
Simply because
everything okay?
um, depends on your definition of okay.
Well, you're casting a spell, but you're staring at me, so I'm not sure why. Like, did I do something wrong, or?
It's not that anything is your fault. It's more so I was curious as to why you're still abnormally tall for your kind. And the only bit of magic I'm seeing coming from you is that flute.
Yeah, that my bond gave me that. He made it himself, actually. Trust me, I was just as surprised as anybody to have received it. More so that he was talking to me, because normally gods just talk to Rada and Erden. So I think he did had one talk to her once, maybe two. But I've met a lot of gods, but this is the first time one actually sought me out. So yeah, I have a really cool new magic flute. Did you find anything as far as why I'm tall?
Adon, I'm playing a game. Get where you're
he
going
is
to
getting spoken
get out
to.
quickly.
I think his nephew's visiting. So
Well, here's the thing. They live 2 blocks away.
Hmm.
So they are frequently here.
gotcha.
And my room just so happens to be the room where all the toys are.
Ah, you live in the playroom.
I mean, it was my room before it was the playroom.
Understandable. The
And then
playroom
I went
didn't
to
know.
and then I went on a mission in college.
It's funny how when that happens, they're just like, yeah, we don't need this room anymore. And it's like, I'm not gone the whole year.
I still exist.
I mean, they turned my sister's room into the office.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Uh, what did Brina say before I got distracted?
I asked if you had found anything as far as the tall. The height.
No,
Right.
as in, if there was a magical effect on you, I could cast Identify to see if identify the spell, but it doesn't appear to be that there's any magical effect on you currently. I mean, beyond your magical items.
Would Brina know enough about magic? Okay, player question. Is
Uh-huh.
that actually odd? Like, if it's a wild magic spell, wouldn't that still show up as being like in effect instead of just being able to see the visible effect?
Yeah.
So Brina would recognize that that's weird then.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Which is why I said depends on your definition of good.
Yeah, I want to talk to Will, but at the same time, I don't want to bother him because I know he's busy with strategy and meetings and stuff. But yeah,
Igraine was just kind of listening, and she just kind of looks over and she's like, you know, I heard of weird things happening during wild magic storms because wild magic is unpredictable and sometimes it makes things permanent, which means there's no magical no
residue.
magic left. Yeah, no magical residue because it's no longer a magical thing. It's just is. However, because the magic storm happened here, I'm just curious. How would you like to take a quick jaunt for the day? I know you just got here. We don't have to go very far.
Sure, if it would be helpful to you and to what we're trying to do.
I think so. I know that there is an entrance to the other world, just down the cliffside.
Oh,
Most people
yeah,
don't know
that's
it's
the one
there
we came
because
through. We've come through there
it,
before.
okay, well, perfect. If we go down there, just jaunt in. I suspect something will happen, but I'm not entirely sure. Best way to do is just test it out.
Okay.
Um, and perhaps we bring one other magic user with us, since druidic magic works a little differently, and if something weird were to happen, I'd like somebody who'd be able to help mitigate any negative effects.
If there are negative effects, would that mean that I could never go home?
No. It just. I'm not meaning. Like, say we go through and suddenly you. I don't know, grow horse ears. You might just look goofy when you grow home.
Would the horse ears be permanent?
Unlikely, but that's why I want to go test it out.
I already told my brother about the height. I don't think he would ever let me live down horse ears.
At hearing the request for another magic user, Adea kind of looks around side eyes, like looking for anybody else who might volunteer as she tries to get out of having to go away from the ley line and all of the stuff she wants to get up to.
So I noticed the day of looking around.
I don't imagine that Idea is very subtle. Plus, Igraine is like specifically looking at the people she knows are actually magic users, so it's probably quite clear that Idea is avoiding eye contact with her.
Adea knows this is like a mostly a Tong in her.
Dan has a sword to work on to help with the battle to come, so probably not her. But don't necessarily. I don't really want to bother you, Tom. But
Well, I can always go. We all know I got magic now.
I got
You
the
don't know how to
magic
handle it.
in me.
Adea is
Tom,
still
would you mind coming?
Adea,
Yeah, there with you.
Adea is still avoiding eye contact, but now also considering whether or not letting Tooth go is how bad of an idea that is. Because even Adea knows it's not a good idea. She's like, do I have to sacrifice? Oh my god.
Did Brina ask Tong if she would go?
Yeah, because as soon as Tooth says that, I'm like, never mind. Like any
Tom looks.
reservations, any reservations of asking Tom to come with me have dropped when Tooth offers himself. It's like, no, I'm good. Thanks.
I mean, sure, nothing important is happening anyway. At least, nothing that the scholars back in Alexandria will care.
Excellent. On that note, Cobalt, how would you like your first job?
Very much so.
All right, you're coming with us. I need you to write down what happens.
can do Remember,
It's gonna
kids,
be.
the difference between magic and screwing around is writing it down.
You know, like I'm saying this more as a player because I don't know if Brina would actually know this terminology, but like I now feel like I'm in a walking science experiment.
A little bit. When did you say that?
Huh?
Sorry, I just saw the tooth. Why are you keeping the plagues of Egypt in your bag?
That was from last session because I flipped my notebook
Oh.
over and I noticed the quote. Actually, I need to go back through my notebooks and find quotes that somehow didn't make it into the quote channel because I write down quotes in my margins all the time. So yeah, that was something that Idea said last time.
On the other day from early on. What was it? Um, went to the wrong part of the book. This thing's all over the place. Maybe it wasn't even in this book. I don't know, but it was from one of our bards, our other bards, and it's very funny. So I think it was a quote from the very first session when we were just testing it out, and letting people learn the.
I was gonna say, I know one of the earliest quotes that we love was Anner's about Soars being a rescue, which was about a bard, but wasn't by a bard.
Yeah. I wrote it. Yeah, I don't know, but it was about the horse goddess.
Oh, something about
Oh.
Epona. Okay.
Yeah. And the
I'll
unicorn,
go.
I think.
Okay. I'll go back through my notebook at some point and look for it.
So it was about the session 0.
Yeah.
Well, I say
Anyway.
session 0, but it was more like a one shot that turned into a session 0.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway. Well, I say the sooner we get started, the better. Are you all right with the children, dear? She looks at Gorlois, who's just kind of like stuffing his face, and he's like, "Whatever you say, dear." I've got Erd in here. I'll be fine.
Sorry, I
She
want to
looks-
just. I can just imagine Cador and Elaine.
She looks mildly concerned, but just kind of shrugs it off. And she will lead the three of you back out the way you came and over to a stable, um, where she gets a few horses because it'll be easier to just go by horseback
Mhm.
down the path because it's a long way down.
And if you're successful, a pony for the way back.
Yeah. So basically, for you, Cobalt, since you haven't been on this cliff face before, um, basically you're kind of imagining something akin to the White Cliffs of Dover, um, but maybe not that white. They're probably more gray. So pretty sheer cliffs down to a rocky shoreline. Um, there's docks down there where there are ships moored. Lots of, it looks like trade ships. So uh, lots of crates and things, food and other supplies that they're trading back and forth.
Okay.
Uh, she leads you away from the dock a little ways, down the
Quick,
beach. Yeah.
quick thing, Jen, is that before we mounted, Brina would obviously ask her mount's name and
Mhm.
kind of like permission to ride because that's where she would. So she would also be very happy that it's like, oh, good, I've practiced this. I've practiced mounting. I know how to do this now on my own.
Thunderclap is probably in there somewhere.
True.
Uh,
I normally don't write Thunderclap without Erden's express permission, and so I wouldn't imagine Ingrain would go straight for Thunderclap. So
Mm.
okay. So I just want to. Caval.
oh,
Yes, Caval. I will put name here.
thank you.
Caval. And for those who like to know these words, that's literally just Manx for horse. He thinks his name is horse.
But since Brina doesn't know that language, she's not gonna know that it just means horse and just think it's a pretty name.
Yep. Um. Anyway, so she leads you on the beach. There's a few shrubs and things. She will dismount and tie her horse to the shrubs that are down there. The rest of you are free to follow suit.
Yep, I'll do the same.
And there's this opening in the rock wall in the cliff face.
Okay.
And you expect the air to be coming out of this cave to be cold because cave air usually is, but there is a warm summer breeze coming from out of this hole. And as she leads the way, she steps in, and you don't actually hear the sounds of like rocks or footsteps echoing inside the cave. And as you approach, there's actually sunlight coming out of this cave, and you can see green trees.
Write that down. Write that down.
Nobody else seems to be surprised that there appears to be a forest inside this cave.
Cobalt is going to stop at the entrance and look around. This does not seem normal or safe. Why is everyone calm with this?
Did he say that out loud?
Yes. Very loud and very direct, asking questions at this point.
In Latin, Tonga just goes, "Welcome to the other world," or, well, I presume the other world, DM.
Yes.
But I was gonna say, Karina's gonna like try to convey it's like it's okay. It's just we're going back towards my home. But of course she's probably just speaking in Fae because yeah, languages.
Um,
And she hasn't wanted to cast a spell because her brain's a little bit more
Right.
focused on what she's about to be doing. So
as Kimry, you will be aware of the other world. This is something you've been told about your whole life. You know it's where the Fae folk live, and you're like, the Fae folk are not really safe for humans, typically. The stories usually tell you to stay away. But I suppose at this point you've already told them your name, so you're screwed anyway.
I have only mentioned my first name to any of them.
Yeah, I do want to point out that the Latin that Tong speaks sounds archaic. Okay, what most people these days would be speaking is what we consider late Latin. Tong would be speaking classical Latin. So it sounds old, either the grammar or the lexicon sounds
It'd
old.
be like somebody speaking in medieval English right now. You'd be like,
Shakespearean English.
yeah,
Middle
like,
English.
Shakespearean English is mid English. If you want to go Old
Mhm.
English, look up Canterbury Tales.
yeah.
That is Middle English. Old English is Beowulf.
Yeah.
yeah, Old English is.
Right.
We cannot read Old English.
Oh my God.
It
And we can
looks
try to
English
read
foreign.
Middle
Yeah.
English.
But yeah, so it's like you get the gist, and you mostly understand, but you're kind of like, why are you talking like that? What
The
is wrong
words
with you?
sound weird.
Wherefore out there speak this way?
He will do the best he can to just follow along.
Brina, for you. So Igraine walks through first, and she's like, "Oh, such a nice day." When you walk through, you get a little tingly, um, and and that's it. But when you turn to look at Igraine, she is very tall, like normal.
Have become short again.
Cobalt, Brina just shrunk by a lot, like half her size now.
2 feet. I'm 2 feet shorter than I was 2 seconds ago. Literally 2 feet shorter.
First things first. So I can write that down.
Okay, Brina, just step back through into the human world.
Okay.
You step back through, and you're tall again.
Writing that down.
Tong is also writing that down because she is also a scribe.
Grain? Is it only permanent in the human world but not the other world? Is that what
It
this
would
is?
seem that it would seem that way. Come back.
Like I'll step back through.
Whoop.
Does that shrinking and growing, does it hurt at all?
You're not even noticing that it's happening. It's just like suddenly,
My perspective shifts.
yeah.
Okay.
One of those cartoons where they're walking into the background.
Yeah.
Okay, this will make going home a lot easier. Ren's
Certainly
not gonna
will.
make fun of me, and Aroha won't be terrified. My parents won't be terrified. But in the mortal world, I'll be tall.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the best of both worlds?
I think I would be. Like,
Hey, now you have a trait that makes you even more unique.
like Brina's just kind of like looking at her limbs and kind of like looking around and like, and you can probably just see her. I mean, I have a feeling Brina's face is rather expressive like mine, i.e., I can't play poker. And so like you'll probably just watch her brain just like kind of processing. Like just imagine the little spinning disc is in front of her forehead right now. There might be like the slightest bit of pink in her cheeks as she's thinking, but it's like, okay, so I get both.
Hmm. What did you say?
So I get both fates.
So
Brina,
something
do
to note
you
then.
have height?
That means that you will have two different walking speeds
Uh-huh.
depending on where you are.
Yep.
um, and when you're in the other world, it'll be easier for you to get cover than
Yeah.
in the mortal world.
And hey, if you decide to move to the human world, things won't be awkward with your boyfriend.
Is that in character?
I was seriously considering it to be in character. I was this close to saying in character.
Okay, so that's not in character.
Considering that Brina hasn't said a word about it, it all depends on how much Erden talks.
Good point.
Brina's not here.
No, thank goodness.
Gee, Erden, how much did you talk or not?
Depends. Am I told anything about this later?
I guess we'll find out. Well, at least we've got that figured out. And while you were doing this, she'll have ritually done a detect magic. She's not sensing magic whether you step through or not. So yeah, it does appear permanent in the mortal
Human
world
world?
and permanently short in the other world.
Good job, Katniss.
He wasn't even trying, man.
Okay. Thank you, Lady Grain. I feel like I'll be more useful now.
Have you started? She'll like step back out and head back over to the horse, and she's like, "So have you got started getting used to being tall?"
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've practiced mounting on Thunderclap, so now I can mount travel really easily.
You did do
So
well with that, and you're not tripping over your own feet, which I feel like would be one of the harder things to suddenly have more limb than used to.
it took a little bit, but granted, walking here was helpful with that too.
I'm sure. Did you get that all down, Cobalt?
Yes,
Excellent.
I managed to get
Still
all that
breathing
down.
normal?
Yes, breathing normal. I'm catching my breath. she seems really normal as well. The size changing thing is it happened. We're just going to acknowledge that it happened and move on.
Excellent. All right, let's head back. And it'll be a quick jaunt back up the cliffside back to the castle and all of that. While that's going on, what are the other two doing?
Being
Wow.
called upon by children.
I was gonna
Oh, no.
say, if Will's not good at looking busy, then Adea's gonna wrap him into the let's figure out how to get this sword enchanted. Look at all these random things I have lying around to make this even better.
Where do I start?
I'm-
Where can I set up my board?
I mean, if it gets him away from the children, yeah, he's all for it.
Yeah,
He's
just
not a
before
kid
they
for
run
him.
off, Erden will just say,
Mhm.
"Oh, and Will, after you're done with all that, or eventually, if we can talk about like me getting better at druid magic, that'd be great."
Yeah, we'll talk.
Awesome.
All right, Idea, what have you got?
Well,
You're
we
so
got
eager to show me.
well, of course, the sword and the ley lines.
No
were
mass
just,
fire.
No moss fire.
Jordan just yells as they retreat from the room.
And we've got that galena that you told me about that I went and picked up, and I've got this coal that Frere gave me, and I've got some pearls that I picked up in Teoteroa.
Okay, so hang on. So you've got the galena, the coal,
Girls from Teotihuaca. Teotihuaca, yeah, Teotihuaca.
the what?
The pearls.
Plurals.
I
Oh,
didn't get any of the
pearls.
really good ones, but I got a couple of good ones.
Right.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you were saying that you'd gotten tea, and I don't know how pearls became tea, but
Because
No,
I was
Kong
saying
has tea.
Aotearoa. I was saying where the pearls were from was from Aotearoa, which is where Brina's homeland is.
Yeah.
It's when we went pearl diving.
Mhm.
Or in England, you can't get away with anything without tea.
I was to say, how many pearls did you have again?
So I have in my inventory two pearls of different descriptions. One is a moderately sized white pearl. The other one is a nice large pearl with hints of pink.
Okay.
And then I've got these, and she hefts out one of the toad eyes.
I will say at that, there is a definite like, I'm sorry, what look on his face, just like as you pull it out.
And of course, I've also got a coffer that she pulls out a chest that has some of the magic tools that she was given as well. Um, that for like either tools or components that are necessary for magic items.
Okay.
And I don't think we need all of it, but there's a lot of stuff going on here that we might be able to use to make this even better.
Yeah. How did you get a sapphire this size?
A very large toad in the other world. With a diamond skin and eyes of sapphire.
He was like looking at it and then he just kind of like, let's go. And he's like, this is an eyeball. God, the other
Strange,
world is
isn't
so
it?
weird. She's just like, God's the other world. I don't even know. So weird. Okay. I mean, there's certainly a lot we can do with this. Um, How pure is that coal? I mean, it's definitely not
Incredibly.
incredibly.
It did get partially damaged by some wild magic in my bag at one point, but
Among other things, I think.
its original description is incredibly pure carbon from Frere. It is optimal for crafting. It is a vacuum for magic, so it could be used for very powerful magical crafting. I also know that we destroyed 40% of the value of it from the wild magic incident. So it went from 5,000 GP to 3,000.
I still remember that Dare was the only one super, super excited to get coal for Christmas.
Oh, sorry,
Look.
40%. It went from 5,000 to 4,000.
But it made perfect sense for
Gotta double check my notes before I say these things.
it it went from 5,000 to 4,000.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you have no idea how long my sister wanted coal for Christmas.
You know, every time I watch a Charlie Brown Halloween, I'm always like, why is he so sad that he got a rock?
It was a cool rock.
I mean, most rocks are cool rocks.
Yeah, I'm
The only
looking at
ones
one
that
right
aren't.
now.
I'm also
Do you
not
need?
sure the wisdom of handing someone a rock when he expected candy.
I think. Oops, I can get it. I think he might want out. He's just like staring at the door.
Open the door.
Right, that or he sees a ghost.
Something. Do you need out? Do you need your bonds? It's
You
over
know,
here.
that toad eye might not be as worth much as we think it is because eyes are hollow.
Possible.
I guess it is possible.
Just want to make sure.
I think it's still going to be ridiculously
Oh no,
valuable.
I'm not saying
But
that it
you said
won't
you
be
want one.
ridiculously worth a lot. I'm just saying it might not be worth as much as we think because it would be
Yeah.
hollow.
You're not getting
But what would it be filled with?
No, you're on your own. He's like, you need to come out with me. You need to get me canned cat food, even though I don't deserve it.
Cats.
I know this. Yeah. He's like, but I want it.
Used to disappointment?
Huh?
Get used to disappointment?
He's a
He never
cat. He'll
does.
never get used to disappointment.
He got it. He got it twice last week because he gets it every Sunday, and then we had a holiday,
Mm.
so I let him have. I let Mom feed him canned cat food. I should have had you feed him the canned cat food before you left on Sunday. Then maybe he wouldn't have bitten you.
Maybe.
Alvis was very upset that I was gone for 5 days and he took it out of Brexton.
He totally blames me for it.
Completely reasonable response.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
As you know. Ew.
Also, we have this textbook for help, and she pulls out the magical machinations. Also, out of character, my notes for this includes don't make magical black holes.
Okay.
I don't
Yes, that's a
remember
good
the
idea. Do
conflict
not
when I
make a
put down,
magical black hole.
but and gold is godly. I do have gold too.
Oh yeah, that gold filigree he took off.
Yes. Lou's one day going to help me turn this into a little thaumaturgy machine.
Ah, yes, the one time where we behaved like a normal D&D party.
Right at the rich guys.
Don't get used to it.
Hey, look,
That
the
was
guy
really
was a
funny.
douche. He deserved it.
They saved his slave, and they were like, you know what? Let's steal his stuff. He's a douche. And then
Fair
they
enough.
took apart his trunk and his carriage.
Well,
We scrapped it for iron and took the gold filigree because God told me that we could use it to create a replacement for
so
my laptop.
two
should be
scared the
stuck.
horse off. The guy sent the slave after it. The rest of us appeared, and like, where did all of you come from? You're of no help. Like, fine, we'll move on.
Yeah, I was saying he
And then,
called women useless, which of course infuriated our party because most of us were women at the time. And it's like, and moving on.
except for
Dan
Erden,
did
who
a great
decided to introduce his
job of
face to the ground
infuriating.
a couple of times, and then depants him and throw his face into a tree.
Yeah.
Oh, and stole
Dea,
soup.
Dea meticulously got the gold filigree off of the carriage, and then we just ended up taking the carriage back to the camp to scrap it
For iron.
for iron. So she and Katniss had a whole heck of a time just enjoying dismantling this carriage for iron.
Hard to think that all this happened a year ago. Almost a year ago.
So,
And we've been in this arc for a while.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, it's like wars last a while, don't
Well,
they?
also, we were in the Library of Alexandria for like 15 sessions.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys had a lot of stuff you wanted to find. It's a really big library. I think you
Anyway.
learned lots while you were there. Okay, excellent. So you have lots of good stuff. Um, do you have the stuff I told you about, like what the sapphires were worth?
So I calculated it because you told me how big they were.
Yeah, how big they were. Yeah, I knew you had done the. I didn't want to do the math, but you love doing math, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop you.
They're worth 100,000 GP each. Unless they are
100,000.
hollow, like was just pointed out. At which case
There.
we have to do the whole calculation.
Well, let me just take a rock hammer to it and see what happens. Okay, so you said 100,000?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the Galena.
We picked up
Is the-
8 palm-sized chunks of it near the portal to the island of the Isle of the Blessed.
Right.
Very magically resonant. Some of them are charged with magic already.
Cool. Excellent. Okay. I'm gonna go through this stuff over the next week so that Will can tell you like what this could be used for. So this will be something you guys are like discussing. I just don't have the answers for you yet.
Sounds good.
Was there a price on that gold filigree? Like how much you were able to get?
It looks like I have half a pound of it.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Cool. So yes, he's very intrigued by all the stuff you have. He's gonna think on it and see what he can figure out that might be useful and that is possible for magic users to either learn or maybe already know. Kinds of things. Or things that you could possibly build it into to help the rest of the army stay relatively protected.
Also fair.
I have an idea for that gold filigree that would be super freaking cool.
I like hearing that because Adea was saving it for the thaumaturgy device. So if you've got a cool idea, you might convince Adea that it's worth it, even if she'd be a little sad.
Oh, because I've already got the this one. This will be one that we'll bring up because he's had opportunity to use gold. So with the gold, they wouldn't need very much, but if we put a little bit of gold on the entire army's, like, somewhere on their armor, because all of their armor is made out of iron, we could basically turn them into a superconductor and use like lightning to shock the other army through them. Basically using call lightning.
The army.
Yes. And because they are Roman, there's a high likelihood that they're using brass, which is also conductive.
This sounds awe-inspiring and terrifying all at the same time.
Well, Adea has definitely taken it as awe-inspiring.
Yes.
Man, it is just horrific because I can change the elements of fireball to lightning.
Oh gosh.
Adea also has lightning lash.
So we've got at least
That
2. Don't have any I'm trying to think. I guess technically Igraine can also use lightning because she is a water druid. She's a very good conduit for it. So there's at least 3 people, possibly 4, because I'm sure Tooth could come up with something.
You could probably come up with many things.
Tooth opens his bag, and it's somehow a portal to the biggest thunderstorm in the history of the world.
Those people being Adea, Igraine,
Tong.
Tong, and maybe Tooth.
Mm-hmm. So it could still be pretty effective if we have to split the army too, because if everybody has some of it, and we send one of each of those people with a piece of the army, we've got that in our... Yeah.
That's incredibly exciting.
Yeah, I'm so excited for us to make all these grand plans only for it to fail in contact with the enemy.
But
Well,
the
that's
Make
not
a
how it
plan,
goes.
execute the plan, expect the plan to go wrong, throw away the plan. The 4 steps of plan execution.
Genuinely, one of the funniest songs I've ever heard is an old ballad. I cannot find the name, so I can't find it anymore. But it's a ballad of a knight who slew 10 men in battle, and then took 5 steps into the cobblestone street wearing the wrong shoes, slipped, and was promptly beaten to death by peasants.
Sounds about right.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, that should... Erden, what are you doing while everyone's... Actually, not even while that's going. Will is thinking, and then he comes over and he goes, "Alright, did you want to get started?"
I mean, this well, him and Adea probably took a few minutes. Which means Ern would have time to turn to Golos and like,
Okay.
so, do you have like a section of this area that is basically covered in stone, you don't mind what happens?
Like stone that you can destroy potentially?
No, not even close. Because I went to this lovely island, and I just so happened to find something that I think the kids will absolutely love. And Ern will
Oh,
go
no.
into his bag and pull out the tub of sidewalk chalk.
About that.
I'm not even gonna question where, how, or why. I just will confirm that stuff is fun. I don't care what age you are.
He's just looking at it, he goes, what what is that? Are those colored stones?
Yes, and they rub off really easily. Also, it goes away with water.
Huh. Okay. I mean, we could go out to the the village outside the castle. But within the wall where all the cobblestone streets are.
Because I think those two will absolutely love this stuff.
We could go find out. If it comes off easy, is it gonna end up all over them?
Yeah, a little bit.
Egrain's not here to say no. Okay.
Ern will pull out half of the chalk, put the rest away in his bag. It's like, let's do this.
So he'll take you back out to the cobblestone streets. He finds like a little spot just outside like the entrance of the castle where not a lot of people are walking back and forth so the kids don't accidentally get like stepped on.
Mm-hmm.
Kador and Elaine are following quite excitedly. He's still got like the baby in one arm. What are we doing? What is that?
So this is called sidewalk chalk. It allows you to draw on rocks.
I can draw on rocks?
Yes.
Let me see.
And in so many different colors. And we'll hand them like the red one first, so like try it out.
He's like, give me the red one, and he just like goes to town, as children do, as hard as he can, and of course, the tip breaks off at first, and he's just like, it keeps going. Elaine watches for a moment, a little confused, and then she kind of looks at you, and she's like too afraid to do anything, but she's like looking at the other chalk.
It's like, and he'll hand her like a green one. She's like, "Do you want to try it out?"
And then she looks at her dad. He's like, "Go ahead." And then she'll like quickly grab it, and then she's very dainty about it. But she actually does start drawing like actual pictures on each of the cobblestones or whatever. The difference between the two.
Mm.
And of course, Kador's making all kinds of noises that you get from little boys, where clearly there's some sort of fight scene going on. Lots of blood and gore. Yeah, it's like, ah, yeah.
As you do.
So it's probably around the time that they're starting to really get into their pictures that Will comes out and finds you, and he goes, "Oh, good heavens! Did you want to get started right away?"
I think they're sufficiently happy enough. And we'll like try and equally spread out the remaining colors between the two.
No, I want the blue one.
There's another blue one over there.
It's not the right blue. It's the same color blue. No, it's not. Anyway. Okay. So basically what you need to understand about druidic magic is that it does not work the same way as Fey magic.
All right.
They're both innate, however, druidic magic tends to be more predictable. Like, if I'm going to produce a flame, I'm going to produce a flame. It's not going to end up being a waterfall. And it's not necessarily about making sure that you pronounce words exactly right. You okay?
That's a reflex. I'm fine.
Do you need some Tums?
Maybe.
What you need to be able to do is you need to be able to feel it. To be able to recognize when you are using it. So with the stuff you have done, have you noticed that feeling?
I think so, yeah. It's mostly like a tingling in my fingers.
Tingling in your fingers. Oh, Lou, help me. Alright. The most important thing after that is making sure that you can control what you let out. Okay? What I mean by that is if I am pumping water out of a well, depending on how I pump it, gives me a certain amount of water out of there, right?
Okay.
Your body is a vessel that you use to pump the magic out of. We do not want to break the pump, otherwise you end up with a flood, as we saw with your leprechaun friend.
Oh, that's what that was. Okay.
The fact that we are on top of a ley line is going to make this a little more difficult than it would normally be. The Isle of the Blessed is placed where it is, so that it is neither too close nor too far away from a ley line. That way, we can learn control without having to worry about magic exploding from us.
Okay.
However, we are on top of the ley line, which means we need to be extra aware of how things feel as we do them. You seem to be fairly adequate at creating water, so we will start with the one that you are familiar with. So, as you prepare, and he'll just kind of, like, he just happens to say this as you're passing, like, a well, and he just, like, grabs a bucket, sets it down. I want you to fill this bucket. I want you to fill it slowly, deliberately.
Okay.
Okay. So, with that, I'm going to have you roll an Arcana. We are on a ley line, so you will be doing it at advantage. And then I'm going to have you roll a percentage dice for me.
Okay. See here. 2d20s, 2d10s. Like this entire time, Ern will kind of like be muttering to himself, "It's a leaky water skin. Leaky water skin."
Leaky water skin.
Holy cow. Okay. Thank goodness for advantage. There's a dirty 20 for that, and
Okay.
a 91 on percentage, which is never good in this campaign.
So, because you are on the ley line, it is very easy for you to access that magic. You feel that tingling, but it's not just in your fingertips. You feel this tingling from like head to toe. It's really weird. It's very strong. It's like you've got the dead arm feeling throughout your whole body. You've cut off the blood supply to everything. And you're thinking leaky faucet, and the next thing you know, there is water shooting into the bucket really hard, really fast, and it's shooting in there so fast that it comes back and hits you in the face. And it's like somebody put the hose on full throttle and just shoved it in your face at like point blank range. It hurts. And you will take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as this water just smacks you. Once it hits you in the face, though, you lose the concentration because you just got smacked.
Mm-hmm.
And so the water does stop, but there is water everywhere. Like, as you're looking around, there's a good, like, 3/4 of an inch just, like, in the immediate area. Will sopping wet and looking very unamused. And this
That could have gone better.
That's why we practice. Again.
Okay. And Ern will do it again.
Produces a fire shield. All right. Go ahead and give me another Arcana and present.
Safety third every single time. Oh, this is much more sedate. 15 and a 52.
Okay. This time it doesn't shoot out like a firefighter's hose at you. It's more like when you don't realize how loose the faucet handle is in like a public restroom, and so it's just like you're like, oh.
Somehow it's all at once. Yeah.
Yeah, so like it comes out really fast at first, but then you're able to kind of slow it down so that it's more like a fast rushing faucet. Fills the bucket a little faster than he wants it, but it is more controlled this time. See? Already getting better. He'll actually evaporate the water using some sort of flame magic. Again, he's gonna make you do this probably a dozen times.
Okay.
If he can get away with it. Go ahead and give me like 3 more.
Okay. Honestly, Ern is just happy that he's able to do any form of personal magic. Like, this is...
He's like, I'm having a blast, even if he's
Yeah.
not.
Let's see here. That's a 11 and a 1.
11 and a 1. Okay.
See here. Yeah. 11, 1. 1933. $17 and 41.
Okay. Doesn't have what I want. Give me just a second. How dare it not have what I want? Okay, tell me there isn't one for this. I know there is.
I seem to be making a real splash.
Yes. I
You know,
can't
Will,
find.
I think you could take. I think you need to take a break.
So overall, you're starting to get the feel of how it feels. It's still rushing faster than you want. The one that gets the one, um, will like immediately makes you go into the next one because you're not entirely sure if you're getting water to come out or if you're just dripping because you're wet into the bucket.
Mhm.
But right now it's just drop, 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 which is too slow. And you're also just like, I'm soaking wet. I don't know if this is actually working. And he says that pretty much outright, where he's like, yeah, that's not going to cut it. So do it again. So you're starting to get the feel for it. Because he has you do it so many times and so many in a row and all of that, I am going to have you take a level of exhaustion. That's a lot of magic to be doing, like back to back to back to back.
Mhm.
So you're exhausted and you're wet and it's cold here.
Like it's summer, but it's still cold.
Yeah, like once you get a certain amount of soaked, you just gotta dry off, or it's just not gonna matter what the temperature is outside. You can still get hypothermia.
Yeah.
And it's about this time that Igraine and the others have returned. She just kind of looks at you and she's like, I'm not gonna ask.
That's okay.
So that's kind of perfect timing because I was in the middle of about to put something in the roleplay chat, but my typing on my phone is so slow.
It is slower on a phone.
Well, also I'm not used to typing on a phone.
Yeah.
That
That's fair.
probably around this point actually, Tong would write next to Brina and just be like, I noticed that you were rather quick to ask me to come with when Tooth volunteered. I take it you don't have the best of relationships?
Not really, no. I wish I could be nicer about it, but I don't always trust what he's doing at times. There are some times where I definitely do trust him. Like he wants to be here to help protect the kids, um, Duke Lois and Lady Igraine's kids, and any other kids that might be in the vicinity. But most of the time, I question what Tooth is doing, whether it's ethical, reasonable, logical. I felt better having you accompany than Tooth, especially because magic is not something he's always been able to do. So I have a feeling that you are far more experienced. So there was
Yes.
also that factor to it as well.
Well, because he is not proficient with using magic as of yet, it appears, I have agreed to teach him how to better use magic, which will only make him more of a threat, for lack of a kinder word.
For lack of a kinder word.
Is this you warning me? Then
No, this is an offer that I could teach you and the rest of your companions magic if you wish.
you've already taught me out yourself.
I have?
The tongue that we knew before, who is you, just different time periods. She tried teaching us all alter self before we went to Londinium, so that we could more effectively make it into the king's wedding to try and accomplish our goal of saving the queen, who was already dead by the time we got there. But yeah, I was able to use that spell to look more like you, except at my regular height. Not with the tails though, mainly like how you the fancy clothes that you had on, which were very nice.
Oh. Oh. That must not have been comfortable. Unless I had gone to some other event that required that standard of dress.
Well,
I only say that because that dress was made for me back when I had 2 tails. Not the amount that I have currently.
you gained more as you've grown up.
Yes, I gained my 2nd tail when I turned 200 or around then. And I'll gain one every 100 years after that. Except for the 9th, which I think I will get when I turn 1000.
Brian's just gonna kind of nod, like, okay. But you probably see in her face, it's like the concept of like,
Well, at least
Brian actually
300.
knows how old Tong is.
I am 400. Just take the amount of tails that I have, multiply it by 100, that will get you an approximate age.
Oh, well, that's kind of handy.
This also explains the fake belt of tails.
But no, my offer to teach, I could teach you more spells if you want. I need something to occupy my time besides, recording everything. And to be frank, and she lowers this to a whisper, like, these people only have my loyalty so long as the prophecy goes fulfilled or countered.
Okay. Well, off the top of my head, I haven't thought of any spells that I want to learn yet, but I will definitely let you know if I do.
And this goes to the rest of your companions as well.
Okay. Do you want me to tell them, or do you want to tell them yourself?
Matters not
Either
to
works.
me. I mean, Erden's over there, extremely wet and tired looking.
He did. Okay, quick player question. Did
Mhm.
Erden show us all his cube of water that one time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you. Back in character. I have a feeling he's probably been practicing.
I mean, he is half human, so it would stand to reason that he would have druidic magic. In addition to his fae, if they aren't actively conflicting with each other.
Considering he's soaking wet, I think they're working pretty well together. Because Will does. He's a fire druid. He wouldn't.
Speaking of which, I heard a long time ago I got a sending from Rada saying that Idea's dagger was speaking to her.
Oh, yeah, that was not actually her dagger. Her magic got messed up, but we got it fixed at the Library of Alexandria.
Okay, good. I don't have to worry about that. I mean, it did seem like that was going on, but I can speak to people inside their heads. I can move things telepathically. Could be that she's just hiding it.
Um,
For all I know.
no, I think it was just the magic getting mixed up, but you can ask her if you can get her to focus on that conversation long enough. And like, Brittany doesn't say this with any malice at all. It's just a statement about Idea because it's accurate.
Right.
Well, hello, you lots. Rather wet for this time of day.
Yeah. Magic is a thing. If you don't know what you're doing.
Airden, do you need more of a Rojas hot chocolate?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe once I get dry, I'll know more.
Okay, well, I'm more than happy to make it for you if you'd like.
Erda needs a nap.
Erda needs a nap.
Well, we can take care of the drying thing right away, and
Because they saw their mother, Kador and Elaine come running up covered in chalk. Like, Mama, Mama! Mr. Erden gave us coloring rocks. She's just like, coloring rocks. She's just looking at him like, I beg your pardon? What is all over my children? And she kind of like runs a finger over Elaine, who's got pink smeared across her face. She's like feeling it. It's all powdery. She's just like, so just throw water in that bucket.
There seems to still be.
Excellent. And so she actually waves her hand, the water comes out, and she uses it to start like washing down her children very gently. And they're just like, no, Mama, no! Like fighting it. I don't want to get clean. Ah! And then when she's done, she just kind of swings it back and just lets it slosh all over you. So now you are covered in lots of colored water. Chalk stains.
You know what, Brina? I will take you up on that. Also, worth it.
Grain hasn't even seen the pretty pictures yet.
As they move on, Tom just like very quickly does prestidigitation to clean Erden and Will's clothes and dry them out.
Oh, you don't have to worry about Will. Will's already dried himself out.
Okay, then does that for Erden.
He's a fire druid. He just heats himself up from the inside and just... There you go. Now
Thank
you're
you,
dry,
Tong.
Erden.
You're the best.
Might be
Well,
be
we'll
careful with those words. It'll get to my ego.
Will will actually help you to your feet and start leading you back to the castle. He's gonna help you into bed.
No, it's.
And
I'll
I'm
be
ready.
fine.
I'm
Just be
ready.
slightly tighter.
I probably asked Gorlois or Igraine, like, could you please direct me to your kitchen so I can make him some hot chocolate to help recover from that? You can ask him too. It's the same stuff I make for Emrys.
Yeah. Not that. I don't actually know where the kitchen is. They don't go to the kitchen. So Igraine's gonna be like, okay, well, let me get the steward, and he will tell you.
It's on the lower floor towards the back.
That's no. That's not how castles work.
Now, Ern would say whatever the equivalent is because he would definitely be the type of person to find a midnight snack at some point.
basically, it's on the same level. You just take a separate hallway
Mhm.
to it. So it's not part of the main hallway that your royal family or any of their guests would be walking through. It's in the servants' hallways.
I do think it's really funny that they live in the castle and don't know where the kitchen is, though.
Well, I mean,
And it also makes perfect sense for the time period. Like,
and if you
the
think about
wardrobe
it,
castles wouldn't know.
they're both druids, so if they get hungry, they just make goodberry and they're good to go. So, like, who needs the kitchens? Okay. That being said, it is almost 10 o'clock.
Mhm.
I have a lot of teaching to do tomorrow. Because for some reason, all of the other voice teachers are just gone. And so I've been doing like extra subbing on top of my own students. I'm real tired.
Makes sense.
So, for next time, we'll have discussions about what to use with Idea's stock
Yes.
and the uses we can put forward to that. Um, if we want, we can do more magic lessons for both Erden and Brina if she so and at least Tooth. If Brina wants to join in, she can. Possibly Ladies' Night. I don't know if that'll happen next session or maybe it'll happen right before Christmas just for funsies.
You know what? It would work well if it was right before Christmas.
Christmas party!
So that means
Christmas in summer.
we have to get Cobalt and uh, mm, at the very least Cobalt honorary woman status.
No.
I don't think that's going to happen, but I could be surprised.
I
I mean, hey,
think Brina's
Erden
gonna
has to
say
argue his case first,
anything
though.
if they're there.
That would be an interesting case to argue.
Wait,
We
what
also
did you
need to find ways to get Cold Balls a little more involved with the rest of you. You kind of adopted him and then just abandoned him.
Oh no.
That's okay.
It's
Tonight that was perfect. I'm very tired tonight.
Hey,
Feel
I
that.
so you know how I was this close to like saying that one thing in character? I was also
Mhm.
this close to like as soon as dog walks through the portal, wild shapes into a fox.
that would have been funny.
What? Yeah.
Seems the enchantment wore off when I came here.